And also, it doesn't protect against lava. Or I think it's half against lava. So I mentioned that before I forget. Gravity is mostly here for the water movement, and then Varia is primarily the heat reduction.
Yep. Oh, ice beam.
Okay, so that's an ice beam. You don't want to go out the left door here, though, because the crumble blocks respawn as soon as you leave the room. And it might be okay. I forget.
Depends on what's on the other side.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what was on the other side, but I think we've seen it. I think it was a morph tunnel.
Yeah, I don't think we want to go there. And yeah, that's you know, you talk about the
anyway.
morph. Yeah, you talk about the morph tunnel. It's another reason why you want to save often in this, is because you never know, you might soft lock yourself.
Seema is going for the one frame dash jump. Okay, so Seema could have known that that's where that door went, because of the shape of the Hodorogi missile room. So lost a bit of time making that check, compared to just knowing all the room layouts, which takes a ton of practice to get used to.
Yeah, I believe we're in completely different parts of the map. Eddie looks like he's in Norfair somewhere. Simo in Brinstar.
They both do have to make these short trips through heated rooms. Okay. The wreck ship items are going to be here. That's just the setting that's on, where the wreck ship items are here, even though Fantoon is alive, and also the Brinstar. It's the Zebus Awake items. So that's like 230 missiles and Blue Brinstar items. They're also going to be spawned in.
But the wreck ship will otherwise act like it's turned off until Fantoon is killed, wherever Fantoon is, or the wreck ship rooms, I should say.
Right. So like bowling still doesn't carry you down. It's usually the right side supers worth robot, but blocking an item that you can't get past. It looks like Eddie's made it to Brinstar. The Edikun shaft takes a while to travel, and also didn't have Morph Ball to get the item. But we do have Aqueduct.
Yeah, we can get this item. Super pack is good. Regular missiles.
It's certainly hard to follow both racers at once. Where they're going.
I know, it's like, you know, in regular SM Rando it's hard enough, and now we're like in completely different parts of the map.
Yeah, like I'm trying to question if we've already seen this or not.
Yeah.
Because Eddie just got here and Timo's been here a while. Okay. East Cat Kelly requires Morph. With Ice Beam, there are some tricks you could do in the Edikun / Green Brinstar main shaft. Okay, so Eddie just saved, right?
I don't.
Because this is a soft lock.
Okay, there's a safe station right there, and maybe he saved there.
Unfortunate powerbomb door. Oh, are we getting an ice clip?
Maybe.
That's too high. Like 3 or 4 pixels.
Wants that map.
Yeah, the map is right there. Super gives an extra attempt. It's a relatively easy, really precise ice clip.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, once you get the map, even if you have to reset, you get to keep the map.
Yeah, that's an important point.
So as long as Simo has a decent save, going out of your way like this to get a map could very well be worth it.
if you reset anywhere, you're just gonna keep your map information across all of your saves. That's close.
There we go. Nicely done.
Yeah, I look for the leg and the little gap in the vines.
And it's
We
the
have
wreck ship map, which means Fantoon is nearby.
and Simo only has supers.
I mean, with Screw Attack, it's doable. Also of note, you notice how Simo's able to walk right out of there. The door will remain open for you to go through until you start fighting. So you can't, you won't get soft locked into a boss fight that you can't finish.
Yeah, with all these doors here, there's like a decent chance of finding more items. To get that missile pack, and that's enough to do the Fantoon fight. Eddie
Oh, there's
found
more.
Morph. That's a death.
Yeah, but unfortunately, you don't get to keep the item.
No. Keeps the knowledge, keeps the map, but does not
Yep.
keep the item. And also, there's been a lot of quality of life things that are sped up, such as the elevator, the doors. The pauses are sped up, but not in a way that would affect a pause-based strat, like a spring ball jump. And also resetting is a lot faster now. And then also, you can switch your save file, like with rolling saves, and you can do that with just a button combination if you ever need to go back through a save.
Now, Simo is going to go for this Fantoon fight. Wants the map bad enough.
Right. Like, we're expecting Simo to reset after getting the map. It's possible to get you do a Ice Moonfall back through the Powerbomb block.
Oh, I don't think Eddie's quite going to make it. I think Eddie's going to need at least one more E-Tank to be able to actually get in and out with that Morph Ball.
Simo does have that E-Tank that he needs.
Yep.
But we're going to get more map information here. I guess mostly do a major count and a boss check. There's not even much up there, past above the.
Yeah,
Powerbomb.
there's a completely different branch that's got some stuff,
That's
including a
Dragon.
boss that we need to kill. Yeah.
And that's
Yep,
two
that's
majors, it
Dragon.
looks like.
Nice save station after your Dragon fight too.
This left door. I think this was Green Pirate Shaft. Yeah, so this looks like the back of Gauntlet Missile location. And that would be a way back.
Yeah, so Simo's gonna be able to keep. Yeah, I think we can keep this. Nice
Yeah,
E-Tank.
The ice clip was actually really safe, knowing that this room was here.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Like, having that knowledge of the way a room like this, and there are other rooms similar to this, the way that kind of room connects, super useful. But yeah, I just don't think one E-Tank is enough to get in and out with that Morph Ball. It's really close, and so Eddie's gonna keep trying, but oof.
He does want it enough.
Oh yeah, and Eddie also showing off that you can toggle through your different maps that you already have. Or it's the ones that you've been to, I think. You don't even need to have the map yet.
Yeah. There's a lot of fancy features on these maps. A ton of work went to them. They look really good now. You're going to want to play these by spending a lot of time planning out your route in the map. And then also I'll add that all the rooms that like have some kind of blockade are going to be recognizable by their shape and the other identifiers on the map, such as this heated room is going to be a lighter color, and then the water rooms have a cross grid on them.
Right. I think in the end, Simo did end up resetting the Fantoon fight here. Got to a gate glitch that he only had, or they only had 2 supers for, so that makes it a little bit more difficult. I'm not sure exactly where the reset occurred, though. Yeah, see, there's this. I swear, we're all pretty decent at gate glitches, but if you have that kind of limit of I only have 1 or 2, a couple super missiles, it makes it harder.
Right. So on Seamo's side, the ice clip and that gate glitch is not in logic. Uh, Gate glitches are in hard, but they expect more tries than 5.
Yeah, exactly.
They expect 15 tries. And then we think that Eddie's run to Morph Ball is out of logic for taking too much heat damage.
Yeah, it looks like I think 2 E-tanks would be. I'm not gonna call it easy, but more than doable.
Right. Looking at the big picture, we know that more than just the one super pack is available.
Hmm.
Since we're watching Eddie's side as well.
Yeah, Eddie looks like Eddie did keep that. I missed him surviving the morph ball run back because he's got it now.
Yeah, he fell down to the bottom of the Rumble Tower instead of trying to.
Oh, that's so yeah. You think about it, like you're used to normally when you fall down there, you're just going to another heated room. But yeah, it's smart for him to try a different approach there.
Does end up having to reclimb it though, but does have full health now. And he can take a
Yeah,
safe
this should
wall
work.
jumps on the side of the crumbles.
Makes it to the refill station. Should be fine now.
Doesn't have the ice beam, but it does have morph. Seem also with the high jump boots. Thanks to D-Web for tracking. We can keep track of this.
Yeah. Hey, look at this. We're in the
Watching
same room.
Yeah, Simo finds a missile pack. No, wait. So it's a health refill. The ammo refill stations were changed to give all types of ammo, in case they
Super
ever run
nice.
into one of those. Yeah, Keanu's stairs room, it's like it needs a surprisingly little amount of health compared to what you think. Some of the lower Norfair rooms are just really scary to want to do, but if you actually try it, you don't lose that much health going through it.
Themo finds the morph ball. I'm gonna go ahead and fill up that health to give it a try.
Potentially a little easier with high jump.
Yes, that'll help too.
Two crumble jumps.
Nicely
Very
done.
nice. And then Simo has the extra E tank. So
Yeah, so this is pretty safe for Simo. I mean, other than Crumble Tower is like one of the most awful rooms in this game.
mm-hmm.
And as you can see now, oh wait, we don't. Yeah, we still have the wreck ship off.
I was watching Eddie's side. Was going for the two majors, but the Kraid Zila room. You need morph, but you also need bombs because there's a bomb block.
Yeah, we have not found power bombs yet, or regular bombs.
Yeah, I think he even went up through the up door to try and break it with a speed booster,
Mm-hmm.
but didn't have a good runway for it. So in this randomizer, you are going to be spending a lot more time on the map screen than any other.
Yeah,
I don't know if you even pause in the others.
I'm actually a pretty big fan of the fact that this randomizer makes the map useful. Yeah. Like
Yeah, it's kind of
you never
cool.
see map stations in regular randomizer.
Yeah, there's just a lot of reasons why the map station is really good to find in this. And then it was also named Map Rando before maps became such a huge deal.
Mhm.
That takes bombs as well, Eddie. We'll struggle on Eddie's side.
Oh, get some sandpit checks.
Yeah, the sand pits are pretty tricky to think about logically.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're always going to be a one-way path.
Ah,
Mine's
power
power
bombs.
bombs.
Nice.
That's really nice. So with each type of ammo, it's pretty likely that you can escape from wherever this sends them. I guess he's already been on the left side anyway. I didn't really think the paths would be this different, like, at this stage. Eddie with power bombs and Simo with ice, high jump, and map knowledge.
Yeah, at this point, it's hard to say which is going to be the more useful thing. Looks like we're going to do this ice clip again and go for another Fantoon kill.
It is required that you kill Fantoon to finish the seed. And then also gets there's an E-tank out of it at the crumble
Oh,
shaft.
Brinstar map.
Brinstar map. So that's one item. This can be the top of West Ocean. Nothing in the top left.
Yeah, you want to get... There is a major off of West Ocean, which... West Ocean is kind of a weird area, too.
Yeah. But you don't have to deal with the weirdness in the seed. Looks of it. What I've been seeing a lot recently is that Fantoon and Fantoon's map station are in West Ocean a lot. But they're like not in the doors you expect, because all it takes is Fantoon to be in the right door and the map in the left door.
Yep.
And the room has a lot of those. I didn't really see what was on the right side of Green Brinstar. One energy.
Oh, wow, Eddie, come on. Oh my god. Meanwhile, Simo with an easy Fantoon fight. Because 10 missiles is much better than 5 for this fight.
Simo living in comfort. Eddie burning alive.
Yeah, Eddie's still on that one E-tank.
Yeah. It looks like he's been like stuck in this one small area for a long time now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Simo's been to more places. Gives us the shuffle. Hitboxing off these walls for the really quick mid-air morph. Yeah, it's very hard to do.
This early screw attack's been really good for the runners. You don't always get that. Gonna go for the refill and then a save, or we're just not gonna save? Okay, I'm gonna get the refill. Nice refill bugs. There we go, there's the save.
Pretty much if you're walking through a refill room, I mean a save room, you just always take it.
Yeah, they're pretty fast in this.
Yep. Fast saves, rolling saves, and you never know if you're gonna need it.
All right, there's that gate glitch from Simo.
Right. So I'm expecting Simo to be making the next step of progression by following a new area. But it's hard to know what Eddie's going to do next with these power bombs. It looks like it's West Ocean.
Maybe looking to try and get that major item that's there.
I don't really recognize the room that's right above him. So at this point, we do want all the majors, and then also all the open circle items are also really good. Ah,
Yeah, we still want. Well, Simo in particular needs power bombs. Both the runners are going to want more E-tanks, more supers.
okay, so when Eddie goes back through the baby room, he's gonna run into that baby and likely
Space
get
jump,
drained.
my favorite item. Plasma for Simo, if they can keep it.
If
See
they
what room
keep
this
it,
is. Okay, this should be fine.
Metroid
Not
2 is
only,
pretty scary.
yeah, it is as long as you handle it okay, and you do get nice refills.
Yeah, you do have to react in time. Someone's able to do that. And yeah, like you said, Metroids, they give a lot of drops. So it's a good way to refill.
Yeah, knowing how to baby skip, being able to baby skip really helps here. Of course, without high jump becomes more difficult. Eddie down to
Simo's
1. Ooh, that's a problem.
So it's the ice shutters room is gonna be through that door. So you'd have to do a mock ball to get out, but I don't think Croc Escape has a good runway for that. Mostly because you can't run the lava. I actually turned off
Second E-tank
speed.
for Eddie.
Maybe if you turn off speed, you can run the lava and then get a mock ball.
Oh, baby.
The I don't know if that'd be something I'd think about.
Oh, that's a problem. Yeah, I see what you're saying. No bomb, no explosive devices for Simo yet.
Right, so you have to turn off speed to do this. Because of how speed works in lava. But it should work.
Yeah, Simo's thinking about this, so we'll see if they can make it work.
Yeah, this is really smart.
This looks good. That looked good. Nice.
Excellent. Yeah, that's one of those situations that never comes up.
Yeah. We've definitely seen some very interesting situations. Also, like you say, our item inventory, very different. Eddie with that space jump has the power bombs. Simo with high jumps, plasma ice. Oh, Simo, no.
Aw. Worked so hard.
Not quite. Tried to do some pause abuse.
Got really close, but didn't make it. Yeah, normally the very early game is kind of linear because of how limited you are in options.
Yep.
But they found a way to take different paths, and they have different progression.
Yeah, and it's funny because I know I've had seeds where I'll take one route and then I'll look at the spoiler. I always like to look afterwards, no matter what. And sometimes the route that was intended is not the thing I did.
I find it's always useful to look at the spoiler.
Oh, nice power bombs.
Like I also just look at it to make sure I understand what the logic wanted.
Is that speedball that Simo just did in logic at this level?
No.
Okay, well, we've got...
Especially because it's a short charge.
Yeah, and of course, yeah. Well, Simo gets power bombs anyway, and in the end, that's important.
Yeah. So there's different ways to sequence break. If you do a trick that's not in logic, then that's like a more productive type of sequence break.
Mhm.
But if you're just going down a one way or going through a heated room where you don't have a way back, that kind of sequence break isn't likely to lead to progression. But if you do a trick that's not in logic, then it doesn't protect against that. The logic doesn't. So you can run into a major item earlier than you're supposed to have it.
All
So
right,
that's why that speedball could be good.
Simo just got charge beam over there to the left here in what was the pre-high jump room.
Or energy.
Wow, we are definitely living on the edge on both sides.
Yeah, Eddie really wants some more E-tanks. This is similar. No, this is a speed booster kill, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's what you do here. If Simo had been able to keep that plasma beam, that would have been nice to supplement, but it's not ideal health for this, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's a great ammo for like, finishing the fight.
Yep.
Eddie is farming health off these crabs. I want to say that charge beam in Map Rando isn't all that important. It has a couple logical uses. Probably mostly around Watuan.
Yeah, I mean, because the supers do more damage on Mother Brain, correct? Like double damage?
Yeah. So the item pool is the same as vanilla.
Yep.
So ton of missiles and
only 50
supers.
supers. Yeah, 50 supers, 50 power bombs, 230 missiles. But to mitigate that, to not make charge beam virtually hard required, supers will do double damage on Mother Brain, so just 30 instead of the normal 60.
Yep. You have to look around a little bit for ammo, but not too much. And then also charge isn't hard required at all. So it's pretty nice balance.
There you go. Eddie finds the high jump boots. Has all the movement items now.
Space jump. Has ice. Got track ice. And also got that E-tank on the way up. So Eddie's looking a lot better right now.
Yeah, up to 3 energy tanks.
Yeah. Still farming crabs.
And if you have full power bombs, crabs are great because they tend to drop the big 20s.
Yes. That makes sense. Farming health to go back into Norfair Reserver. More power bombs.
Yep.
5 power bombs is still pretty scary because you have to really manage them closely. But once you're like 10 or higher, you don't have to worry so much about getting stuck somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, if you had bombs, it wouldn't be such a big deal, but who knows if we'll even get bombs since they typically aren't hard required. Just like in any other rando.
So I think I saw Simo is working towards the wreck ship region, maybe? On the left here of Norfair. And Eddie still has to get that map, so has some work to do. Hope it turned around.
Ooh. Our first look into Meridia there from Simo.
Okay. I wasn't watching where the map was.
Way to the right.
Okay. Makes sense why they're moving right then. Okay, so at this stage of the
Ooh, yeah,
race,
there we go. Big pink. This is this is always an interesting room because it's huge. It's got items and it's got lots of exits out of it. The top of this is probably where the map station is.
yeah, like huge room, so it just takes up a lot of space and usually gets you closer to that map. Like at this stage, they have all the ammo types plus gravity and pretty good movement. So the plan is, for the most part, collect all the map stations. Like plan
Yeah.
is always collect map stations, but
Yep.
now you don't detour too much because you have so much accessibility.
Oh boy. Oh boy, Simo. Fortunately, we have speed booster.
Yeah, probably looking at that crystal flash ammo. Yeah, these are still Meridia enemies, so they're pretty deadly. And gravity is still only half damage protection, unlike the 75% you might expect.
Red Tower and Big Pink in the same area. Wow. No wonder the
Yeah,
map station
sometimes
was so far away. Look at this.
sometimes you see the map station like super far away, and then it's just connected by huge rooms or really long straightaways. So
We're
it's a
not
pretty
too
close
far.
merger.
Yeah, we got a major. We got a good minor right in this
Just,
area.
it just has to get some health back.
These are not the best enemies to. I would check this miner and see if it's a heat tank.
It's a double.
Billy May's room. You'll notice that the when you have two items in the same room, whichever one is the better item, so to speak, that's the one that's gonna show up on the map. Oh, various suit for Eddie in Mama Turtle. And bombs.
Yeah, so that's really nice finds for Eddie. Made it back to Criteria. And Simo probably doesn't return here. It's just too much backtracking.
Yeah, I mean, you don't technically need a various suit. Um, Especially considering a lot of times the Ridley fight is going to be just, not like no heated rooms around you, and you just the only heated area is the Ridley fight itself. I probably want more than 20 supers for it though, unless Simo grabs that plasma beam again.
Correct. But the problem with this Criteria is that the end of the game is at the ship.
Yep.
And also Mother Brain is over here.
Yep.
So if you're not doing this area now, then you just have no reason to come back here ever.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, Simo, full on health, has the save just in case.
Oh no.
Is now ready to tackle this area.
This room is so bad.
Yes, especially with speed booster on, it makes it worse.
There's a farm room here.
See what the item is first. Simo's hoping this is very soon. It's not. It's wave beam. Okay.
Yeah, just wave beam.
Yeah, I would go for this farm room. I don't know that you're making it back, Simo.
Yeah, I don't think you make it back.
Gonna be.
Oh.
Oh no, Simo proving us wrong. See if they take the safety save. The real problem here is getting back. Simo's going to need to get health somewhere because there's that speed booster room, the pre-speed booster room to go through.
Yeah, speed booster hall, and then that's into screw attack room.
Yep.
There's more heat rooms coming up.
And these guys are terrible to farm off of, but like I think this is the best Simo has.
Yeah, there's no way around it. Like, at least it's a double bug spawner.
Yeah. Doing a nice job with this.
Oh, I should mention that small energies were changed. So they give 10 energy instead of 5. So it's going to help this a little bit. So it's just a change where it's really helpful, but you also don't notice that it's there. So it feels like a really nice change to have.
Eddie making his way to Fantoon. This will be Eddie's first boss fight. Interesting with Simo having 2 bosses down. But all the items that Eddie has, I feel like Eddie's in a better position.
It's hard to tell. Simo has a lot of map knowledge.
Yep.
Gone through all of Meridia.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be closer to the final 2 bosses, but does have to stop for more ammo still, and I guess more safeties as well. But Eddie,
Yeah,
I
if
feel
I were
like
Simo... Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like Eddie's spent so much time in this early section of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like spent a lot of time in Brinstar and then went back to Criteria. It's only now starting to move out.
I feel like if I'm Simo, this reserve tank will help. I think I'd want 1 more E-tank at the very least and 2 more super packs for the Ridley fight. And then anything else would be just added bonus. I mean, of course, assuming that Simo doesn't pick up Variosuit, which at the moment seems rather likely.
Yeah, we're not expecting Viria or Plasma. Probably not Space Jump either, on Simo's side.
Yeah.
But if they do see a major, and it'd be Spazer, I might get that. NDE needs to decide if he wants to keep collecting majors, because Church Plasma is pretty good, but you also don't need it. Go mode is pretty much 2 super packs from here on Eddie's side. But you just don't know when those will show up.
Yeah, and because you still have to do Mother Brain 1. 35 missiles will well, really 1 more missile pack, but Eddie's just going to run into that somewhere. That's not going to be a problem. So 40 missiles will be extra for what you would need for Mother Brain 1. Then you'd have your 30 supers for Mother Brain 2. Oh, we haven't seen Turian yet, and that's where Simo's headed right now.
Yes, we found Turian. Okay, it's a good Shine Spark through Pillar Rim. We get the climb.
Well, map's not too far away. And there now you see Eddie's got the 40. Oh, yeah, this is not...
Yeah, it's a little too early for Ridley to show up.
Yeah, it's, I think Eddie has enough with the power bombs, but be awfully tight. Simo definitely isn't going to do this fight. Not without a suit.
Yeah, Simo needs to explore some more. Look for Kraid in the meantime. Pick up items on the way.
Yep.
But then the problem is Ridley is blocking the map.
Yeah, and that's not ideal. Nice power bomb.
Yeah, so without that map, all this exploration is potentially just wasted if there's no Kraid here.
Yeah. If Eddie's got more than enough missiles for this gate glitch.
Haven't been watching, but maybe Simo has enough health now to survive Rainbow Beam. Not having Meria.
Did they get the second reserve tank?
I'm hearing they
We
saw
saw
it but didn't
one.
get it.
I think we saw one at Crap Supers, which you can't actually get from that room. There's another room that'll take you to that spot. There, Eddie gets the
Oh,
plasma.
Eddie's still looking for majors.
All right, Simo now has the 5th energy tanks plus 1 reserve. That's pretty good health. I would say that it is enough for Rainbow Beam plus that's a decent amount if you're doing the Ridley fight once you have the 30 super missiles.
Yeah, with 30 supers, this Ridley fight's fine. You still can't make mistakes, really, because dying's still easy.
Extra energy tank will help.
Like, you find a save room somewhere, and then you keep trying Ridley.
Yep.
It's a good fight. This amount of health, you can also start just blindly running down hot rooms without too much care.
Yeah, 6 is a really good amount. Like, you'd have to have a huge chain of heated rooms for this to be a problem at this point, and we do find Kraid.
Yeah, Kraid's a really good find. So that's going to be all the information that Timo needs to finish the speed.
Yeah, the only majors we have left are Grapple Beam, X-Ray, and Spazer. None of which are really that useful.
The grapple and
Now,
X-ray weren't on the tracker, so I didn't notice them.
Chat asking if we found Mother Brain. We did. Mother Brain was very early on. Extra reserve tank for Simo. You don't really want to have more than 2, I don't think, but 2 is a decent number for Simo in trying to do this without a Varia suit.
Yeah. Like, nothing wrong with more health, but still really wants the 30 supers.
Yep.
So looking at the race, it seems like Simo's in the lead, except I can't deal with this Ridley. So that's the time that Eddie has to catch up.
Yep. Eddie's about to get charge beam over here in the high jump room. Doesn't care about the missile packs that are also there.
I think Dragon is up in this direction. And then after that, Eddie needs to go to Torian.
Yeah, right there in the upper right. Yeah, there's that reserve tank we were talking about. No need to pick that up anymore.
Right. Sima's going to want to stay in this general area, but keep looking for items.
Yeah, I don't think that power bomb does much for them.
No.
And has to go all the way around to get it, since we are in the bowling area.
Yep. Like, it does tell them that that area is bowling, and so that's going to mentally fill in the surrounding region, because bowling's a really big room. Yep, there you go.
But you don't actually have to do bowling. You can just look from the back.
Yeah, usually you can skip the bowling choza.
Or so if you see it's just a missile.
So wait out the worker robot. Oh no. Okay. Eddie had the option of like shine sparking through Croc Speedway, and that'd take him right to the wreck ship area. So he's gonna come up here to Meridia instead.
Yeah, sees that map station way up in the upper corner. Go a different direction though, and immediately turn around.
Yeah. Probably thinking just wanted to peek the door and then go the intended path.
Yeah, if he follows this, he's gonna find both his last two bosses.
Probably. Don't remember the exact layout of Meridia.
So yeah,
Continue
big
this way
pink.
for the map.
Yeah, big pink into red tower, with some stuff in between. Get the map station. Turian is off to the left of this
Yeah,
room,
I think it's right here. Yeah.
which gets you Ridley and fall and up to Kraid.
Yeah, when Eddie gets to Torian, he's gonna run into Ridley and then get the map and then find Kraid.
And with 25 supers and 45 regular missiles, that's more than enough for the Ridley fight. Plus has charge beam, so.
Yep, charge
But
ice plasma.
is going for a different direction and is realizes this room is going down.
No.
He's gonna have to gate glitch this though. Okay, does it second try, this is fine. We'll be able to refill supers.
Yeah, guessed wrong on where the map was, but no big deal. It looks like he doesn't want any more items. Guess going by that item step. Really is in a good position.
Yeah, doesn't really need anything else, yeah.
He did keep looking for majors, but then got charged plasma out of that. So that wasn't even wrong.
Yeah, Simo wants more power bombs. So is farming the bugs there that are like 99% chance. Like pretty much we're gonna drop a power bomb.
Just like these small Disgigas. But didn't stop for those drops.
Oh, there's that reserve tank. He's gonna take it.
In the end, we got it. Stimo really cleared out all of this Dorian region. And no super packs at all.
And for Eddie, should get that map after Ridley and is gonna know immediately where to go to Kraid.
I guess it's kind of extra unfortunate that Stimo couldn't keep plasma.
Yeah.
Was able to do Ridley at this point.
With this health and 20 supers, finishing up with a charge ice wave plasma full beam combo would have been very doable. At this point, you wonder if they should just go back and get that plasma instead of trying to find the supers to do the fight.
Yeah, like sticking around here didn't really work out, but you can't know.
Hack attacks are good for supers if you don't have them, and good for health if you do. This room, on the other hand, the Leodox room is terrible, in that these pirates don't drop anything.
Yeah, very slow room. Pirates don't drop anything. But you have good movement items and screw attack. Save.
Careful, Steve-O. Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
Dodged all the waivers.
Oh my god. That's what you want to hit is a wafer. So you don't take the hits from the spikes. Fortunately, we do have the kind of balanced suits where we aren't taking 60 damage for the spikes, but 30.
Did survive. Then did Crystal Flash for safety instead of depending on the fireplace. But then just a missile pack.
Now, getting back isn't going to be too bad. As full health now, you can run and jump and make this, and you can do the same thing on the other side. Like this combination of high jump and speed booster is typically in logic in the randomizers we play.
Yeah, I think this is in logic. You just need enough health to take the spike hits. But then on Eddie's side, we're seeing a Ridley fight, so I think that means that Eddie is caught up and taking the lead
Yep.
here.
Yeah, because I think the map station is going to be just through this door. If not through the door, it's going to be pretty quickly afterwards. Which will give Eddie full knowledge of what he needs.
We did get the arcade strat from Simo. I don't know what it's called though, like a wall cleanser, where you use speed to kill the wall pirates.
And no, you don't have to have the Brinstar pre-map room before a map room, but today we have that, so why not? But now he's gonna see that the crate is right there.
But he has a path to the end of the seed now. So that's fight Kraid, then go back to Criteria for Mother Brain, and finally the ship. Simo does not have that final path figured out yet. Still missing ammo.
Yeah, for Simo, Simo's looking for either ammo, a couple super packs, obviously Various Suit, which is nowhere near where they're going, and would do it. And Plasma, I think, would do it if they went back for it, but I don't think they're doing that either.
I think theoretically, like a double X Factor and then all ammo fight on Ridley would be possible. But you'd have to practice a lot for that. Wouldn't expect much comfort in that type of fight. And he got stand-up attacks. Unfortunately, Mother Brain 3 is not going to be in this seed. So that was just removed. It was mostly because the escape is a lot harder in Map Rando. But a change that came after that was an autosave was added to the escape. But it was still left in the settings to not do the Mother Brain 3 fight, just get that entire cutscene.
And to be fair, the escape is randomized. It is the map that you have. And sometimes it's easier. Usually I'd say it's harder. And every once in a while you get some of these really tricky long escapes that get really interesting.
It's definitely an interesting experience having to go through the escape. Most of the time you have to think about your route somewhat.
Yep.
And if you're not ready for it, I think you expect to even fail the escape the first time.
Yeah, it's not unusual at all. And the timer you get, the rando will base the timer on how long the expected escape is going to be. And Seema's going to go for those X factors. Hit all 4 of the first one. Ooh, the second one did not go so well.
Yeah, that was a bad miss.
Yep. Yeah, the more X factors you try to do on Ridley, the harder each one becomes, so...
Yeah, the first X Factor is pretty free if you know where to stand. The second one is pretty hard to do, but there's ways to get consistent at it. And then the third one doesn't really have a setup. Like, unless you intentionally get hit by Ridley. but you don't want to take damage in these conditions.
All eyes on this Ridley fight. Not quite down. I don't think this is going to do it. You're going to want to use a little bit of your reserves, but not all of them.
Unfortunately, proc before the pause finished. So just went for the reset. So quick reset like that is it's a button combination. LR start select. It's just faster than going through the game over screen or console reset.
Meantime, Eddie just needs... Yeah, go ahead.
No, you can go ahead.
I was gonna say, Eddie's just on his way back to Mother Brain over there in Criteria. Trying to find looking for the path.
I was just noticing that the save room is like 2 rooms away from Ridley. So
Yeah, that's
these reattempts are pretty fast.
Is there any place to farm regular missiles? I don't think so. Like, that could help too.
Yeah, it would.
Like,
Regular missiles would help a lot.
max 45. Like, missiles are kind of reasonably high DPS if you can get Ridley in that pogo.
Well, compared to charge shots,
Yep.
the beam is 180.
Yep.
The DPS and missiles are 600 DPS. It also just simplifies the fight.
Yep.
To do that. Like, these pirates are really good for dropping missiles. I don't know if there's anything else nearby. So in the last couple of races that I've seen Simo do, they've had trouble with Ridley in those as well. Like going for a various skip and then just getting walled on Ridley. Seems like
I feel like
main
just
problem points.
even one more super pack would have just made a huge difference for them.
Yeah, one more super pack, X Factor, and that's almost enough ammo.
Yep.
Once you're adding in these charge shots, the rate that you're doing damage goes down so much.
Yep.
We're back in theory over here.
This is not going to work for Simo. Ridley is dead, but unfortunately, so is Simo. It is nice though. You'll all have noticed that whenever you die, you just immediately spawn at the save station.
Yeah, these seeds can take a long time to do. So we put in ways to just speed up small things. Like speed up things here and there. It's crossing the map and exploring the map that's going to be the main time cost.
Yep.
Then you can also run into these parts where you just die over and over. Here's
30
one brain
shots
fight.
with beam. See how much time the escape timer gives us.
Yeah, everyone's always surprised by the escape timer.
Sometimes I feel like the escape timer is really long, and sometimes I feel like it's really short. But the escape timers can be under a minute, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, especially here where the ship can be the same region as
Yep.
the Mother Brain fight. It's going to be a short timer.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the longest one I've had is like 4.5 minutes, maybe 5.
The timer is also going to depend on your difficulty.
Yeah, not
So
all rooms are created equal. So yeah. But yeah,
on
it
hard,
does
you get
calculate
a
it.
good amount of buffer.
Yeah, I mean it does calculate it based on Eddie's trying to figure out that path. Fortunately, the timer doesn't go while you're pausing. Oh yeah, and we get all our items after we kill Mother Brain, because now you see that Eddie suddenly has Grapple Beam and X-Ray.
35.
And that's basically
Yeah.
so that if the escape, if you manage to get through without, say, Gravity Suit, but the escape has water rooms in it, you're not going to be in trouble for it. You've already made a wrong turn.
You like that setting though? That it gives you all the items? Because you should be able to plan out your escape before
I think it's
entering the Mother
certainly...
Brain fight.
I like it as an option. I don't know if I'd always want to have it turned on, but I think, especially for newer players, having that option available, I think, is useful. Hopefully that...
Playing casually, I like having it this way more.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Need to focus on just finishing this heap. And then also during this escape, like we said that the timer pauses when you pause to look at the map, but the real time clock does not pause. So it's going to help if you're able to remember the map. Save time there.
Right, there we go. And Eddie finishing with an official race time of 1:09:33.
Congrats to Eddie.
Our first winner of a Restream Map Rando race.
You can show some support to Eddie. Give him a follow. Twitch.tv/Eddie. Making a push for partner. Also planning on playing more Map Rando seeds on his stream.
Oh, this might work for Simo. All right, Simo, getting the Ridley fight down.
Simo also putting on a good show. So you can give Simo a follow. Twitch.tv/Simo Rocks.
And looked like Simo might have just seen the result.
Probably not too surprising. Like, spent a lot of time in Torian and
Yeah.
Dr. Ridley.
I think Simo's going to go ahead and finish this.
Yeah, just have to worry about that missing Varia still. That looks like they're gonna finish.
And you can see on the credits over on Eddie's side, you see the way the item location, collect time, which is really neat. It shows you the order. Kind of the logic with the numbers.
Right.
You
Like
notice how
the
it's
items
things.
are all placed in a certain order.
Oh, Spazer was somewhere in the wreck ship. Did we ever find the actual wreck ship? We found Fantoon, which was not in the wreck ship. I don't think we ever actually got to the wreck ship.
Yeah, we saw it on the far side of Croc Speedway, but no one ever went that way.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The items are all going to be placed in steps, and then at each step, each item is going to unlock more things. And that's shown better on the spoiler log map. It shows everything that's available as things open up. But it is cool seeing your times in collecting things and if you sequence broke anything.
It's always kind of weird when you finish and you see the order and you see that it's not like you saw Eddie's was kind of in order, but I think the Various turned out to be very late in the intended sequence. It's kind of funny when you see that.
I kept seeing Eddie go back to try and get it, but get blocked by a different thing. And ended up taking a longer backtrack. That ended up working out. So this trip to Mother Brain does need to fill ammo and health. It does have charge beam, but it's not a great beam, so it'd just be better to have more supers. Supers are going to do double damage to Mother Brain, so those are a really good weapon. We get to see more of this lovely map screen. I figure out the way. Being able to read the map is still a huge part of Map Rando.
Yeah, and the more you play, the more you start recognizing. Like, some of the rooms you'd think would be easy to recognize, but it takes a few times playing through before you really start to recognize the different rooms by their shape. And the sooner you can do that, or the more you can do that, the better off you are.
Yeah, absolutely. You can plan further ahead in your route. You can see any blockades coming up, and things like that.
All right, joining us is our winner, Eddie. GG's.
Hello, GG's.
So, first ever restream of Map Rando, and you get the win. Nice.
Yeah, time to retire. It was all for this moment. All for this moment.
There you go. There you go. If you look at, I don't know if you got the restream up at this point, but you might notice a certain item missing from Simo's side that really, in the end, made the difference.
Yeah, it seems like it. I'm not sure. I guess they just decided not to go back or for the two majors that were there.
Yep.
Okay.
You both played the seed like very differently. That was cool to see. I wouldn't have expected this much difference in playstyle.
So was there the beginning? There wasn't much we could do until we got to Morph, right? So I assume up till that point we kind of did the same thing, or was there some differences there?
No. I mean, Simo had like had more E-tanks, and at one point had sequence broken up to the Fantoon fight, but ended up having to reset that eventually.
Oh.
Without, because you didn't have the power bombs to get up there, but did an ice clip. And at first we thought they'd be able to keep that, but in the end it didn't work out.
Huh. Okay, so
you also had high jump before you? I want to say had high jump and...
Yeah, high jump and ice.
High jump was the other one. And ice. High jump and ice.
Okay, so what happened up until, like, did we both have to do a 1 E-tank hell run-ish to get more?
Nope.
Was I the one that...
Yep.
Wait.
I think Simo had at least 2 by then. You only had the 1.
There was another one? Where?
There was at least, I don't remember, but there was at least one other E-tank.
I need to rewatch it. I don't know, because I was like, well, this just seems like the most reasonable thing to do.
Yeah, and
well, there's more.
Just to warn you, it is really hard to keep track of what y'all are doing at the very beginning when you were taking such different routes.
Wait, really? Okay, I didn't think there was that many. I mean, I went all the way to the top right. I think I got to a heated room, and I'm like, this doesn't seem right. So I eventually went back, and I think I went to where Morph was, and I did that whole sequence. It took me a few tries because I didn't know if I could go back the way out. So I'm like, well, maybe I can go back from the bottom. Yeah,
I don't think 1 E-tank was enough for you to get in and out at the top, but then you went to the bottom and were able to do it that way by
Yeah.
getting a full
We're able to
health
make it
again.
work.
Yeah, because you get the refill down there. So I don't. Maybe in hard logic you're not supposed to do that. I'm not really sure. But once I kind of got the power bombs at some point, I was stupid. Once I got morph, I was like, oh, let's go collect those 2 majors because I'm like I had to morph into something, right? And I completely forgot that it was the warehouse entry room where it actually has the block. So I was like, well, I feel stupid now.
Yeah,
so once
there
I
were
got the power
definitely
bombs, yeah, I
there's
was like,
definitely
let's go
a few moments of Aussie saying you need bombs for that.
back. I remember thinking like, I don't have bombs, but I wonder if I could. I had these thoughts of like, what if I like get a blue from the previous room and I do the little speedball thing that you do in Hundo, and then I was like, but then I wouldn't have a way out unless the door worked perfectly on the left side as well. So I was like, I sat there for a second thinking like, well, that was a waste of time, and eventually went back and once I got the power bombs, I'm like, all right, well, I think I remember there was a moment I had to like sit there and think for a second because I was like, do I go back for those 2 majors or do I just like press on forward? But I'm like, I don't think I can leave behind 2 majors when we don't have that much to begin with. So I was like, okay, better go back and get those 2 majors those are. And I was like, well, but that's really good. That's a good item.
And so the biggest, Simo not finding the Verisuit was bad enough, but reset the plasma beam at one point, or had to reset the plasma beam, didn't go back for it, and just couldn't find any more super packs.
Yeah.
I think one more super pack would have made a huge difference on the Ridley fight, and we would have had a much closer race.
Yeah, that's I definitely was thinking like, oh shoot, like I'm in a situation where it's like I'm ready to go, but I need ammo. So I was like, I'm gonna start picking up everything. I guess I'll have to check all the hollow dots in case, because I might not have the ammo to beat Mother Brain. But then I wasn't really sure because it's interesting when you play traditional randos, Chozo, or you play like just area rando, that kind of stuff. You have a good idea of like, well, you know what, I need ammo, but I know what sections I have left to do. Like if I have Norfair, I didn't clear up Bubble Mountain, let's say, like I haven't found it yet. I know I'm gonna get some amount of missiles and supers there, so you can kind of calculate and figure out like what you can get away with. But in map rando, it's tricky because if you find the map and you see the actual majors, you're like, well, charge could be there, right? It's kind of it's different. So I wasn't sure how to calculate that, but I was thinking like, I guess I should pick up the missiles I see along the way because there's no fanfare and it's quick. But at the same time, I'm like, kind of want to just find charge if I can. So I found plasma and charge like kind of pretty close next to each other, or not next to each other, but like in that sequence, it was like plasma, and then I got the charge. And I'm like, well, that's good.
Yeah, the only things we didn't see were Spazer, Scrapple, and X-Ray.
Yeah, you were really close on ammo and like picking up majors. Sometimes that Mother Brain or weaponry can just be elusive.
Yeah, is Mother Brain ammo pretty much the same? Like, do you need like 70, 50? I mean, I know you could break the glass and stuff, but
supers do double.
Oh yeah, supers do double. I knew I was missing something.
So you need 30 supers instead of 60.
Okay.
You can't even get 60 supers because there's only 50 in the game. It's vanilla.
Yeah. I hope Simo grabs these majors for fun.
I think so. Yeah. Now it's like gonna leave.
Okay.
Well,
that's
good
tracker.
It spills in your tracker at this point.
Okay, yeah, I definitely want to watch it back and see kind of like the path that Simo took. Simo's definitely gonna like be up for the challenge, but I find when the logic is more like hard, though you're not expected to do so many crazy things, I find that if you kind of go off the path and go somewhere that's like you sequence break something that's like quite difficult, that's not supposed to be in the hard logic, very often you just get into a situation where you just like can't progress or you can't come back.
Yeah, I mean, Simo had 3 bosses down and had found Ridley quite a bit earlier than you were on the bosses, but just didn't have good equipment for the Ridley fight, and that just made all the difference.
Yeah, was in a really good position. Even like the last few Cs that played, keeps getting stopped by Ridley.
I think the other thing that's really hard, so I was talking with Zeb about this actually, but map rando, I feel like the skill floor and the skill ceiling are both so incredibly high. Like Imagine like if I could rotate in the map in my head, all the pauses that I did to like kind of see where I was, like if you removed all that except like 1 or 2 to just like go like, okay, I know where to go here. Like I don't know how much time without shave off my timer, but it'd be an incredible amount.
All right, and Simo finishing at 122.24. GG's to Simo.
Yep. GG Simo.
GG.
We'll get them in a minute. Yeah, it's hard to design a randomizer like this. Like there's so many potential situations, but that just translates into things for the players to learn how to do, for the viewers to like understand when they come up.
I'm a little sad we didn't get to see any multiple room gravity jumps. Like that's the thing that was always getting me when I first started, when I was first playing these jumps that you'll never see in regular rando because the rooms don't set up, but you can jump from a non-water room into a water room and get so much height. And sometimes it requires you to do that. And those are kind of fun. But you guys had gravity suit like what, a minute, 2 minutes in?
Yeah.
It didn't take long for gravity to show up, so.
Did Simo go for the pit room short charge in the beginning? In the end, we got screw attack right away, but I wasn't sure if they were attempting that. That's one of the traditional things that I feel like you have to go for if you see it, just because.
Oh yeah.
You can do that in regular. I don't know if they got that, but
Yeah, Simo got it.
Simo got
I
it.
think you did get it once, but you didn't shine spark through the blocks.
Oh, is that what you have to do at the end? I thought you like down back into it or something. Maybe I forgot.
If you fall with a spark stored, then you can break the last set with a shine spark.
Oh, okay. So I totally had it. I didn't know I could do that. Okay, that was a mistake. Or
Like you're aiming to break it with the blue suit, but there's a backup.
Okay, well that's a moral victory for them.
There we go. 2 minutes, exactly 2 minutes for gravity suit for Simo. It's so early.
Yeah, the seed, it had a lot of majors at the start. Usually a bit more spread out. But just how what the rooms were kind of forced this. Like the map is generated first and then the items are put in positions.
Oh, interesting. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
So it just has to give you the items that let you open more locations.
Yeah, see all the things not on that list. Oh, Spacer was in the wreck ship. See, that's why we didn't find it. We never even entered the wreck ship area.
That was definitely a spot where I was a little concerned. Because, well, I don't remember the exact locations, but I remember you had the choice between going to, I think, Meridia or wreck ship. I think it was that. And I was just like, well, I guess I have to go to Meridia because it's the closest one, but you could reasonably say, like, I'm going to go to the wreck ship. And then I got the map at Meridia, which is on the other side of the entire world. I had to journey far for that one. And then I saw that there were no bosses, and I was like, oh, God. But then it leads to Turian, which has all the bosses. So in the end, it was the right choice. But I remember thinking, like, oh, God, like, that's very scary because I went so far just to get this map for a location that has nothing. But in the end, you had to do it. So.
Good map. It was so far. It wasn't as far
Hey,
as
Simo. GG's.
GG, Simo.
It wasn't. It was fun. I had fun with that one. I got to do some fun stuff.
Apparently, we did things very differently.
I really like the exit through the ice beam shutter room. We ran through the acid at Croc Escape.
Yes, that was really nice.
It was fantastic.
I almost made it. It's so sad. I got like stuck on the thing. Would have been a different fight with that plasma beam.
Yes, it would have. I thought maybe you go back for the plasma beam because you just weren't getting supers. Like you were stuck at 20 for a long time.
Yeah, I looked around a lot to try to get like one more super pack so I could be like comfortable on Ridley, and then I just did not get that. I got like some reserve tanks.
Yep, you did.
It helped. It helped, but wasn't what I wanted.
No, it just doesn't do quite enough.
It was like when you found Ridley, you were ahead an entire Meridia and Norfair.
Yep.
Man.
You were much quicker to the first two bosses, but Eddie found Variasuit in the criteria area turned out to be Mama Turtle with 2 items, Varia and bombs.
Yeah, I remember I didn't go that way. Well, I mean, I knew I couldn't go that way at first because I didn't have morph, and then I don't know. I was just didn't go back to criteria once I had it. It's the difference. I was just exploring, I was having a fun time.
Yep.
I thought about it. I actually thought about it. I think I even went the other way, and then I like paused, and then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go grab those 2 majors, and then I turned around because
I got to kill Fantoon twice.
Yes, you did.
Nice.
I had a 4-round Enrage Fantoon. It was pretty great.
Nice.
But
Mine
hey, at
were
least you
both.
got to keep the map when you killed Fantoon the first time, so,
Yeah, I forgot that like I couldn't get through the like green pirate shaft. I was like,
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
you were
I
so
just
close. And
like,
then,
I just take the crumbles down, and then I was like, oh, I
then
have
the
to
power
morph.
bomb at the bottom, which I didn't think about either. I don't think any of us thought about that. We just realized you would reset and like, oh, okay, well, there goes the Fantoon fight and the Fantoon kill and whatever else you had found at that point.
I think it was just like missiles and like E-tank or something. It wasn't a ton. But...
Yeah, I think you had extra super, and then somewhere there was a gate glitch in there too that was giving you trouble, but I don't think that would have helped.
Oh yeah, I had like a couple supers, and I kept trying it, and then I was like, why am I trying to go over here? I should go to the. It was the right decision not to gate glitch, because then I would have been in a lot of shambles. I would have not.
Yeah, now
not had a fun time.
now you did have a slightly easier time with the morph ball. Eddie got it with 1 E-tank.
Oh, yeah, I had a lot more E-tanks. I had like 4, but I had explored a lot more, so he would have gotten to it like a lot faster than I did.
Yes, that's
I got it
true.
pretty early. Yeah, I didn't know there was another path to get more E-tanks. Actually, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm like, this has to be what I have to do, right? That's what I was thinking in my head, at least.
What did I end up doing? I ended up going like pretty deep. I just went like right out of like Coliseum.
Okay.
And then I just kept going that way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
went
had
that way,
gotten-
and then I stopped at some point, and I'm like, I'm gonna go left instead.
Yeah, Simo, you had gotten both high jump and ice beam before you got to the morph ball.
Nice. Yeah. I had that for a long time. It was nice. Ice beam is usually annoying. It was nice when I ran into that Metroid room and I was scared I was gonna die, but
So if Simo had been able to do Ridley, like first try, or I don't know if they had the equipment to do it first try, but the first try, like, would they have been able to win this one?
I mean, it depends. Certainly, if Simo had been able to do it the first time they saw Ridley, that would have been a huge lead. I think if it had been the first try going into it, I think that might have still put them behind. I'd have to. I'm trying to remember when Simo finally went after the Ridley fight, because it was pretty close to the same. Certainly would have been a closer finish.
Yeah.
I think you were ahead by the time Simo was really attempting Ridley.
Yeah, I
But
feel
if,
like that's the case.
If they were able to keep the plasma and then just ran to Kraid, collected all the E-tanks as they did, then they would have been ahead. So
Yeah, I think that's correct.
Time. So that kind of situation.
Berry's a pretty good item, though. Bombs, too.
Yeah. Nice to not have to worry about soft lock so much with those bombs.
Mm-hmm. That was pretty nice seed for me, at least. Didn't have to do anything crazy, but I know Simo enjoys the crazy stuff anyway, so I'm sure they had a good time.
I did. Yeah, you mentioned that like mock ball out of the acid. I was like, wait, I can do that. I can get out of here. I was excited to try it. I farmed out my health.
Wait, is that from Croc Escape? With the grapple
so
duck?
like,
Hey, I did that too. Well, but I mean, it wasn't really a concern for me, but I took off my speed booster so I could do it.
Nice.
So I could run across the acid a little bit faster.
Yeah, I was really happy to have seen that. But yeah, good times from both of you. I was a little worried based on your practice the last few weeks.
Wow.
Same what I saw. But here you are. 110. It's a good time for these seeds.
Yeah, it was
No.
pretty fun. I had a good time with it, like I was saying. I'm sure Eddie had a good time too. Map randos are always interesting. There's always a lot of fun, neat tech. There wasn't anything like especially hard to figure out in this one, I think, compared to some other ones where it's
Yep.
not quite so obvious what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
I knew like Vario somewhere, but I didn't want to just go around looking everywhere for it.
Nice quick pickup for me. I thought it was good for me, at least the way that it kind of worked out for
Yeah,
me.
just all you
It's
needed was
fairly straightforward.
just one more super pack. One more super pack. And if that second reserve, if that third reserve, I guess, maybe that had been a super pack at the Crab Supers location, maybe that would have been the difference. I don't know, but it was certainly a very interesting race, and you both showed off the map rando pretty well, I think.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad.
Yeah, I hope it was fun for the viewers and you got to see some cool stuff.
All right. Anything else y'all want to add before we start to close this out?
Nope, that's it. GG Simo. Aussie, Tracy, thank you for doing comms. DJ Webb, thank you for doing the tracking. So appreciate all of you. Appreciate the Speed Gaming staff and everyone for making this happen.
Okay. So yeah, thanks Eddie and Simo for showing up for this, showing up for my little show match, giving us a good race. Follow Eddie, twitch.tv/Eddie, and also follow Simo as well. Thanks to Tracy and D-Web for helping me out here for the crew.
It was a pleasure. And here's the just so you all have the we said it was maprando.com. There's a link right there to the actual map rando.
Yes, thank you. Try and get more eyes on maprando.com. As I said at the start, I like the website for its tutorial potential, like if you're just interested in Super Metroid. But you can also check out the randomizer itself. It has easier difficulty settings than this. It has harder difficulty settings.
Super
so it
customizable,
can really,
which is nice.
yeah, very customizable. Can every level of skill can learn something new. But it does have that bit of a skill floor that Eddie mentioned. So check that out. Thanks to Speed Gaming for letting me set this up. They also made it easy to do, so it was easy enough to just get this on the schedule. Thanks to Kyla for making this the background for our overlay. It's the map rando 4-quadrant background, which you kind of saw in the title screen. The title screen of the randomizer has a randomized screen. Sorry. So that's cool. And then also, thanks to the Super Metroid community. Maprando implements a lot of the features that have been like created over the years by the community. So thanks to like Metroid construction and all the ROM hackers, the disassemblers, sprite something. So thanks to everyone out there in Super Metroid community for helping us get here. And, I think that'll be it for this event. So
All right.
that's it.
Right. Good night, everyone.
Yeah, good night, everyone.